Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
Hey guys, it's Eric. Just a quick reminder to smash the like button if you find yourself enjoying this video at any time. Leave your comments as well, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe, because 64% of you at the moment, for some reason, aren't subs, so make sure you hit that button. Without further ado though, let's get into it. YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer. We're back with Gallop 2003. This is the same recording session as the last episode. All those save files looks kind of insane, but I did run a race with Frugal Lark as I was waiting for my last episode to kind of render and everything. We won it, of course. The Dublin Gold Cup. So we're going to keep rolling on. Frugal Lark's just doing Frugal Lark things. At this point, it's just like it's part of the programming. 14 wins. 14 Grade 1 wins, I should say. 17 wins overall. She's just... What else can you say? You know? Now, as far as what I'll put her in Caesar's Cup, I still want to try to get her a dirt title if I can, so I will do that for her. Legends Art, he's ready to go. The speed hasn't changed in quite some time. Spring Mile, let's just keep him on this path. This will give him a 3-year-old title, or 3-year-old award, I mean, if he can continue to perform at this trajectory. So we got 2 grade 1s this month and a grade 3 for Paracosm. So let's rock and roll. Appreciate you guys' love and support on the channel. Remember to smash the like button. If you hear me right now, hit that like button. It does help out a lot. And of course, at the end of the episode, leave your comments. Greatly appreciate that. Love you all. So we're up in the Spring Mile with Legends Art. Let's see. Fine Saints here. Cocoa Nut. Deer. I mean, a couple of good horses. Tender Value. Why do I feel like we haven't really run against Tender Value a lot? Simple Moon. Tough field. I mean, I'm not really bothered. I still think Legends Art can win under the right conditions. And Tender Value is carrying an additional 9 pounds. In fact, we're underweight here at 119, but that could work in our favor. Speed's still not hitting 80. Like, come on. You're at 79. Just hit 80. Gotta be mindful about my recording. I haven't had any major issues in months, honestly, with my recording. I can't remember the last time I actually had an issue. I think it was maybe like in August, which is unusual. Usually I would have problems every month, but in regards to just something happening with my recording stopping randomly or whatever, which, again, is just outside of my control. I don't know why. And again, old capture software still at this point in time. Again, Kramer's king with records, and he's like not even racing ever. So like, when did he set these? Like in the first year of the game when I wasn't even paying attention at that time? Probably. That's such a Gallop Racer thing to happen to me. He was probably in the game at the very beginning, and then he just hasn't been back since. Now, if I saw him in the shop, I'd buy him ASAP. But again, he just like doesn't pop up in the game, so... So, who are we looking out for? No, Tender Value. I see you, Tender. Not gonna lie, bro. I don't want to, like, block you, but I'm probably gonna try to keep you boxed in a little bit. So I don't have to move. Alright, come on, Legends Art. Let's see if you got the speed, brother. Ooh, this is tough today. Okay, there is a stretch burst, but I don't think that's going to help us catch whoever the heck the 11 is. And looks like we're going to finish 3rd. I think that's where we're supposed to finish, so... Kudos, kudos. I don't know if starting any sooner would have given us an advantage. That 11 horse was hard to catch. Who was that? Special Beat? Wow. And yeah, I kind of screwed Tender Value, but you know what? Not my problem. I mean, it's not even like I actually blocked the horse. The horse couldn't move. I was on the side of it. Like, I didn't have to give the horse room. Good race. Good race. I mean, Special Beat smoked the field. That's one of those races where unless you have the horse that can beat the whole field by margins, like a Frugal Lark, there was nothing I really could have done. Who was expecting Special Beat to get up there and beat us like that? Still a good effort, and they still have him ranked as B. Like, come on, bro. He should be an A horse. A ranked horse by now, but... Guess we'll just have to wait. Paracosm, he's back up in a grade 3 here. And, I know it's not on screen yet, but there it is there. Favorite, as he should be. He is on the decline, though. Art of Crimson is here as well. So, like I said, the next GWS race, which I swear it's not until, like, the end of summer. Or, like, the beginning of fall. That'll be my next test for him. And, again, we have to win that race. I don't know how he's going to do that with his stats dropping. We're going to have to get lucky. But in all honesty, he's already achieved enough. You know? Like, I was going to try to maybe consider running him on turf to get him a title, but I feel like that'd be too... I feel like that'd be challenging at this point, you know? Now, I don't want to run 5 wide, but I don't really have a choice because we had the wide draw. And, nothing I could really do about that. Don't block me, don't block me. Oh my goodness. And it's going to ruin my Revolution. Wow, no. Okay. Didn't actually ruin the Revo. And this is just a grade... How do I get a Revolution with him on a grade 3? That doesn't make any sense. And you know what's crazy? His counterclockwise not good ability, he's probably won most of his grade 1s on counterclockwise tracks. Now this is obviously a clockwise track. But we don't get a lot of races on these type of surfaces for whatever reason. At least not the grade 1s. The lower levels, yes. 6th length winner, shocker, let's move on. Good stuff for Paracosm. Frugal Arc will be up in the Caesar's Cup. As long as he can continue to still do decent, though, his stats shouldn't drop too drastically too fast. 10 wins for him. 10 grade 1 wins, excuse me. And 16 wins overall. Heck of a dirt horse, man. Heck of a horse in general. And again, the next GWS dirt race is not for a long time. It's really, really annoying. He is in the GWS turf, though, so I should probably still continue to keep him in that fight until he can't, which means his next race is probably going to be the Diamond Cup. Now, that's going to be a tough one, but he's performed better than I've expected in almost every facet of his racing career, so I don't really have any reasons not to give him a chance and have more hope. Anyway, Caesar's Cup here with Frugal Lark. Whether she's the favorite or not doesn't matter. We're not the favorite. Night Falcon is, and okay. Whatever, man. Let's just see if we can get Frugal another dirt win. I think this will be our 15th grade 1 win as well. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Let's just get to it, shall we? Perfect start. Let's go. That's a good start. For some reason, it's like when you get perfect starts, I just feel like the game gives you a better chance of winning the race. I swear it's like probably something... I think it does increase the probability of you winning. And I think that's something that Tecmo built into the game. Granted, we've had races without perfect starts and have won it, but I feel like when you get a perfect start, it usually... I mean, it sets you up right. Not just because it allows you to obviously get out ahead of most of the other horses and establish your positioning, but... I swear, it just seems like the game has some secret algorithm hidden. You know, this whole game is coding, so like, clearly some of these things do matter. Just because we can't, explain it or see any source files doesn't mean it's like not a thing. This should be a win. If they're going to allow me to have the rail, like, this should be a win, man, for Frugal. I don't see us struggling here. Hold, 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 hold. Now I think we can go. Now let's see. Oh, we have some competition out there. She's not a dirt horse, though, so we'll see how she handles this. I see. Who is that? The 11? That's Night Falcon, isn't it? And Night Falcon may get us. No, we get Stretch Burst or Close Race okay with Frugal. Wow, what a race on the dirt. Smoked the rest of the field. We may have actually beaten Night Falcon. I don't know. This game is way more kind with its photo finishes compared to 2004. Ooh, that was close. I don't know. That could have gone either way. May have yeah, that's us, clearly. Frugal Lark's amazing. I've been saying it. She is amazing. She is amazing. She's amazing. She's amazing. Isn't she lovely? It's another Frugal Lark win. 10 furlongs on the dirt. I think she needs 3 more dirt wins for the dirt champ title. Wasn't even the favorite. Double S on the stretch. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Winning races even when not the favorite. Let's go, my girl. Alright, well. Again. 15 grade 1 wins. I mean, I've never won 30 with a horse. Never won 30. She could totally do it. With her stats still at like this, she could totally do it. But I'd rather use her for breeding sooner than later, of course. So, Mr. Legend, where did he get you in the summer sprint, bro? I mean, you... Speed is still not, like... His speed has been stuck for, like, the last 2 months. I want to go to the Hall of Fame and see how many G1 wins Social Brand he had. Because he's won the most out of anybody in this game that we've raced with. No, these are just titles. Social Brandy, 19 grade 1 wins, 21 wins in all out of 31 starts. I mean, Frugal's 4 wins away from Social Brandy as far as grade 1s are concerned. Now, she won't win this many titles, probably. You know, he won 3, 5, 8, 10 titles. Won all the GWS categories, record breaker, international, king of kings, all-rounder, horse of the year, dirt champ, and mid-champ. I think Frugal's going to surpass him. Because, again, we can't use her until, you know, next year for breeding. So I probably should just keep racing her until, like, March of next year. Win as much as I can with her between now and then. You know? Long Beach Cup. Well, she won't be ready for that, so... Platinum S, not worth it. Chicago, 9.5. I still think that's mid-champ territory, which she should be really close to a mid-champ title. So let's go ahead and... No, not in the Volcano. We're in the Chicago, against the Gals. Let's see how she handles that. Paracosm and Legends Art will be up here soon. Legends Art, 129 for the mile. That's really good already. That's impressive. Yeah, 129 for the mile. So wait, Whirlwind is... I can... You know what? Never mind. 3-year-old dirt, nothing. Paracosms, 131 for the dirt. And Frugal Lark's 130. Sedate Ruler's 140 and above Frugal Lark. That's hilarious. Art of Crimson's 127. Good for him. Alright. Yeah, Sedate Ruler at 140 for the dirt. That's insane, bro. Like, you guys know I love Sedate Ruler, you know, but, like, that horse is not doing better and hasn't done better than Frugal Lark in the last 2 years. But, you know, whatever. Summer Sprint. Legends Art. We've got him on the grade 1 journey now, and this is his first GWS test. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not really intimidated by this field, to be honest with you. Now, he doesn't have a good chance of winning because the game doesn't think he's a sprinter. I think he's fast enough, but we'll see. Speed finally hits 80. I think he's fast enough to win a 6-furlong race if I run him right, but, you know. Let's see what happens here. That's all we can do. Beautiful day for racing. Fat. Alright, Mr. Art, let's see what you can do here today. Because if you do badly today, I probably won't put you in another GWS sprint race. Social Brandy with the record here. And that was with us, so... Like, Legends Art has done fantastic so far. Or he's done extremely well. But I still don't know what I want to do with him yet, you know? Because, like, he is an early growth type, so he's like Monsters Legend, his father. Like, for early growth types, they have to be super horses, you know? I just don't want to use a regular horse for breeding with an early growth type. That, to me, is not... That's not the plan. We just got to keep him competitive here. Man, he's trying his heart out, and we're not really making any impressions here. But I still think he's going to finish in the money. He's still going to finish 5th. That's not terrible. But he doesn't have a good power rating, and we're going to struggle at those courses. So we're supposed to finish 11th. We finished 5th. That's a really good effort. But again, I don't know. Like on a flat course, he certainly has a chance, but running uphill is going to hurt him every time, so I'll have to pay attention to the tracks and see where we're racing. 2 points. I mean, is he going to catch Stable Crop and Shuggy Oogie and the rest of them? I don't know. Probably not. But, still a good effort nonetheless. Like, all these European tracks are going to have these uphill slopes. I just think he's going to struggle, you know? But you know what? I'll run him in the Super Mile Cup since he's already in the fight. If he can handle that, okay. If he finishes, again, like 5th or something, then I'll go back to running him in races that he can win, ultimately. Because there will be really no point to do this. I don't think there will be. I mean, I'd rather him stack wins than try to put him in a GWS that he can't win. So we'll see what happens with that race. But before we get there, Paracosm, Diamond Cup on the turf. Because he is second in the GWS turf, so I had to put him in this race. Even fans here. Deep Wonder. Not good odds. He's not a turf horse. And he's running a furlong longer than he wants to. So very tough ask for him today. But you know what? Still decent enough stats. Now the power is going to be the concern. And we got lucky in Hong Kong for the second cup because that track is flat all the way around, no inclines, no slopes, so power is not needed there. But I think a track like this, I think the final furlong and a half is just completely uphill, and that's really going to hurt him if that's the case. And maybe we'll be running downhill. I don't know. I guess we'll see. For running downhill on the backstretch now, that means we're going to be running uphill on the front side of the stretch. So that's annoying. Well, it can't be helped. I mean, I wasn't even expecting him to finish second in the second cup, so the fact that he's even here is just kind of a byproduct of him doing so well in that first GWS turf race. I was never going to put him in any of these races, but I mean, it was an accident. It was a complete accident. I thought that was dirt, and that is not a dirt race. It's always a turf race. So we'll see what'll happen, though. We'll see what can happen. I'm going to move him inside here, try to save some ground. Get some inside leverage, maybe. Maybe we will be running downhill. I don't know. I forgot. This track is kind of like a triangle. We'll see, man. We'll see what will happen. No, there's got to be an incline on the final stretch. This is a big race. There's no way they would make it that simple, right? Oh, there it is right here. Okay, I wanted to hold him as long as I can. Okay, there was a little bit of an incline. Now let's see. Nope, not gonna happen. Yep. Oh no, we are still running uphill. We are still running uphill. In fact, we've been progressively running uphill since we hit the top of the stretch. Okay. As I said, or as I suspected, I should have known better. Oh, no worries, Paracosm, no worries. That is not your wheelhouse anyways. You still beat 2 horses, which is still funny. And I think we finished... Wow, we finished exactly where we were supposed to, and the game says, yeah, you almost did as perfect as you could do, and that's the best you were going to get. Fair play. If he had 30 extra points in power, his power rating, we're having a different conversation here. The thing is, this championship is still wide open. He's still only 7 points away. That's what's really insane, you know? Like, nobody's pulling away. So I don't know. Maybe we'll keep an eye on it. I mean, his stats are dropping, so it's going to get harder, but... Chicago. That's a turf race? I mean, we're here. I'm just going to keep kind of doing the thing, and... Like I said, once it looks like it's out of reach, I'll stop running him in the series, because there's nothing else I'm going to race him in. As soon as he's done with this, like, he'll be done. I'm going to retire him. He'll be replacing Monsters Legend in the barn, so... Well, we'll get back to Paracosm in a second. Anyways, Frugal Art. Yep, she is the favorite, surprisingly. But it's a really competitive field. Field of 12. 9 out of the 12 horses all can win this race. But I think we're going to take it with Frugal. So, she wins this, she'll be 2 races closer, I think, to a mid-champ title. Maybe even more. Maybe less than that. She'll either need 1 more, or this could be it. This could give her a mid-champ title if we win it. At the most, she'll have to win 2 more races at this distance. At the most. I think she's closer than that because I didn't record all of her wins from the beginning of her career. No record here. Really? I've never won this race in this game. How? That's bizarre. Well, she's back on the turf for one. This is her stomping ground, so... How have I not won this race with anybody yet? It doesn't even make sense. Dude, we're going to have inside leverage as well on the rail? Like, this is definitely a win. No, I'm just going to stay behind this horse, save as much stamina and ground as possible. That way we can absolutely annihilate the field in the stretch. Little first-person POV here. Beautiful day. I have to run a long way. We're just going to keep Frugal here and just have her bide her time. Now we're going to get her going. Now she can rock and roll. Whoever that 7 horse is, you may have waited a little bit too late to start. Oh no, the 7 is running with us. Okay, game on. Game on. Game on. Who is that? Clear Art. Okay, fair play. And you know what? Frugal Art puts it away again. Let's freaking go! That's what our girl does. And that should be a record by default. Frugal Art is insane in this game. They definitely buffed her. And then they nerfed her in 2004. Like, I don't understand. To the finish line we go again with Frugal Art. That's her 15th or 16th. Actually 16th grade 1 win. She's 3 away from Social Brandy. The Great Frugal Arc. All bow down to Frugal Arc. The Queen. The Great Frugal Arc. As always, it's easy money with Frugal. Easy money. Paracosm. Platinum S. Anybody to worry about here? Yes and no. Ooh, terrible odds. Again, I'm only keeping him in these races because he's still only 7 points away from first. That's the crazy thing. Like, all it takes is for us to put him in a good race at some point. But this tells me this track also... Wait, no, this is the same track we ran Frugal on. There's no... He could actually win this. This is flat ground for us. Yeah, we could win this or at least finish well enough to win. Or well enough to get good points is what I'm trying to say. Because this is flat ground. Now, obviously, I will benefit greatly if I can get the rail, but don't think that's going to happen today. You know what? I'm going to try something. I'm going to drop him back and see if I can move to the rail now. Because if the rail is open, that gives us a really good chance. Oh, yeah. Okay, the rail will be open for us. You see, if this is 2004, like, the rail is not going to be open like this. They leave it open quite a bit in this game. I don't even remember who the favorite is, and it doesn't really matter, because we are the long shot, so we just need to worry about winning and running our race. The field is really far back. Are they going to really be able to claw back into this race and make a dent? Now I gotta go now. We gotta keep him competitive. I don't know if I waited too long or not. He's got a good run, and again, he doesn't have to worry about the bad power. But still not making... Actually going backwards. Oh, wow. The rest of the field does catch up. But, like, in the last half furlong of the race... That's actually really amazing. Like, the field was nowhere, and then they absolutely stormed past us in the last... Yeah, like I said, half a furlong, and we finished in 12th. I do wonder if I could have benefited from getting going earlier. That's probably what I should have done. Squandered that. So with that being said, I think the GWS turf is officially done. Which also means I think it's time to retire Paracosm. I don't want to, but there's nothing else for him to achieve. But he's still only 8 points away. All it takes is for him to win one race. Oh, and that was it. Mid-champ title there for Frugal. Well, I called it. 5th title for her. 16 Grade 1 wins. What can you say, man? What can you say? So in September, what do we do with her? For us, for sure. Still keep her in the dirt hunt, because that championship hasn't pulled away, and... Paracosm, those are 2 hard races for him on the turf, so... I'm sorry, my guy. Just wanted to see what you were capable of, and... Still thought he fought way better than what anybody could have expected, but... Yeah, I don't really know what else to put him in. Every other, like, these tracks are going to be too tough for him, so that maybe that is it. The Paris Cup, like, that's 12 furlongs, you know what I mean? In Paris, I know that's an uphill track. It's so tempting to keep him in because he's only 8 points away, but it's like, how are we going to win these races on the turf with him on the decline and he's a dirt horse? 12 furlongs, that's too long for him. England King, 10 furlongs, that's still a bit too long. I tried him in the Eagle S, and that was on the dirt, though. I do wonder if he would do better in a sprinting. A sprinting GWS, but... You know what? I'm just going to let him rest. I don't know what to do with Paracosm yet. We'll see how the rest of the championship develops, because if they start pulling away, then... Yeah, there won't be any need to put him in another GWS race, but we'll see. It's just, he's only 8 points behind. Like, that's really crazy. Nobody's taken the Terp series yet. But, We're going to go ahead and roll on to the Sprint Series here in the GWS. Tender Value is going to be the favorite. Legends Art, they're not giving them much of a chance. Normandy, this probably a track with an uphill. Most of these tracks do have that, so that's probably going to play a big part in this race. And I just said probably twice, and now technically 3 times. Not by design, so I apologize. That all rhymed, and I was not trying to. I promise you. More rhymes. Okay, stop. I feel like I'm in an Alice in Wonderland riddle at this moment. And for those of you that do know, Alice in Wonderland is like my favorite animated movie. I can't get into the one with Johnny Depp because I am a true homer for the original Disney classics. So, you know, I can't get into the live action. It doesn't work all the time. And that's one movie I just will always like the classic more than any other remakes, renditions. Okay. I need to keep him competitive. When I say competitive, I mean keep him right up with these horses. And we're already beat. Now he's going to get Grit, 2 abilities back to back. That actually keeps him in the fight here, thank goodness, because we were going to go backwards. That's a close photo, but we're going to get 4th. Well, not a bad effort, but I certainly need to drop him out of these races now. He just doesn't have the power to make a big dent. He's supposed to finish 9th, he finishes 4th. So that's good, but we're not going to win with these type of with those numbers, unfortunately. So we're going to have to drop him out. And again, the thing is, both of these championships are nowhere. Unlike last year, where I think Rough Monster or Cosmic Glory, whoever, I can't remember who, but they already won 3 races by this point, and they were at like 36 points. Nobody's running away with any series. The dirt is still wide open because, well, we really haven't run any dirt GWSs since the beginning of the summer. The turf is only separated by 8 points between first and where we are. And the sprint is only separated by 7. All it takes is 1 good win. New skill. What'd I get? Start. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Well, again, let's wait till everybody's recovered. And actually, you know what? I feel like it would probably make more sense to just stick with not retiring anybody that can be retired until the end of the year. Paracosm, you still have a chance, a very, very low one, but you still have a chance to somehow make something happen in the turf. Paris Cup, I mean, the thing is we have to run him in that race. Or, you know what, I'm going to save him for the England King. Shorter. And we'll see what the points are at that point. Legends Art, you still have a chance in the sprint as well, but again, we're just very tough races we got, so I'll run him in the London Mile. I'm waiting until somebody pulls away in these championships, because all it takes is for us to maybe get fortunate and win 1 race, and that completely changes the trajectory of where we're going. But we have to win. As long as nobody's pulling away, I'm going to keep them in the fight until it's not necessary. Frugal Ark's up in the Fair S for the GWS Dirt. At 8 rulers here. It's going to be tough. She's still not... in fact, she's actually expected to finish outside the money. It won't stop me, of course, but, we have to be mindful of that. And because dirt isn't her preference, we definitely have to get her started sooner. I think that's the best chance. So I have to manage her stamina and get her started with a good enough gap where she can maybe hold on for a win, if we're lucky. So... Alright, well, she's where she needs to be. We have inside leverage. And the thing is, I've noticed with her, if I get her going too soon sometimes, then, you know, she'll tap out quicker before the race is finished. But then if I wait too long, she'll have way too much left in the tank. She won't have momentum on her side. And as great of a horse as she is, she's not like the fastest horse on the track. It's certainly a timing thing with her, but again, just got to keep her competitive here. See, I think if I get her going now, one tap. Let's see how she handles this. Oh, whoever the 5 is already closing on us. And there they go. Now she gets grit, fortunately. Half a furlong left to go. It's a field of horses that are probably just going to stampede by us, and she's on the decline. Down the hill. She'll finish in 5th or 6th? 6th, yeah. Oh, she finished, I think, where she was supposed to. So the dirt, not looking very likely for us. Unfortunately. So, I guess I'm just going to just grade 1 chase. I would like to try to get her over 20. Obviously, she'll be the first horse we've had in this game to win over 20. So, 13 points behind is Legends Art in the GWS Sprint. Turf is still nowhere, and we, yeah, the dirt's not going to be doable, so. And to be honest, I could have been running Paracosm in the dirt, I guess. In fact, I probably should have still been running him in the dirt, but like, when's the next dirt race anyways? Music S? Could he run in that? I wonder. I mean, would he be ready for that if I tried to put him there? Well, since she's not going to win the dirt, let's see, because nobody's run away with it yet. I know Sedate Ruler's at the top, but he's not running away with it. Frugal, just have you kind of sit out until I know what to do with you next. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't really make any decisions on what to do yet until something definitively happens that forces us to either, you know, exit the GWS competitions or continue to run in them. Legends Art, he's back up. Better odds here today, so we have a chance. Not a heavy favorite. Far Souls, no, I lied. Whirlwind. Never mind. But you know what? This is a good testing stick for Legends Art. Let's see how he competes against one of the best horses in the game. Alright, Mr. Art, all eyes are on you again today. We're running uphill, though, aren't we? Again. Or is this going to be a straight? No. I mean, it's a straight, but I mean, when I say a straight, I mean, like, I should have said a flat. No flat track, I don't think this one is. It's definitely, yeah, it's uphill. Ugh. It's the only thing about Legends Art. He's been such a great horse so far. He really is. He's been consistent. We've obviously struggled with some of these GWS races, but he's a consistent horse, and he just needs flat tracks. He doesn't have the power to go running uphill. He just can't do that, you know? The only one that can do that is Frugal Art. She's built for that. Paracosm and Legends Art both. Again, because of that bad power rating, because we don't have any good horses with power ratings back there, especially for the girls. Now, he's still got plenty of stamina. How's this going to work? He's fighting pretty tough here. He's fighting really tough, is Legends Art. He's going to get 2 abilities. Now, that's tender value on the outside, and Legends Art is actually going to do well enough to finish second here. Wow. I don't know how that happened. I really don't. We've run him on a track like that before, and you know what? Then again, he did have a good effort on a similar surface, but it's kind of hit or miss. I don't know. Well, for one, he definitely needs more stamina left. We're supposed to finish 5th. We finished 2nd. It's a good result, man. And Paracosm, this might be his last race, but we'll have to wait and see how everything pans out. Sedate Ruler, Beauty Value, Rough Monster. The big dogs are here. He has a chance to win, though. That's the thing. Gosh, I feel like I did it again. A year where like nobody's running away with the GWS Dirt, and somehow I've kind of forgotten about it because I'm just like, oh, he's not going to win. And then lo and behold, he still actually has a chance. If he can win now, he's still in the fight. But we got to win today. That's the thing. We have to get a win. He's not going to win this championship without wins, you know? He's got to get at least 2 wins. I don't know what's happening in the turf. I'll have to wait to see once that is updated. But I scratched him for the turf race I was going to put him in, so... Let's see, yeah, let's see how he handles this, man. Timing has got to be everything today. Sedate Ruler is still going to be too strong, I think, to beat in the head-to-head. So, especially with us on the decline, like, Sedate Ruler has a later growth type. He's still getting stronger, we're getting weaker, so we have to make sure we take advantage of getting in front at the right time. So I want to close in, yep, keep closing in, close in. Oh, keep your speed right there. Keep closing in, because as long as we can keep this close, we have a chance. Now we gotta go. Ah! Sedate Ruler went a lot sooner than I thought, but it's fine. Come on, Paracosm. You got the inside trip. Ah, can we get the win, though? It's gonna be tough. Sedate Ruler is still there. Sedate Ruler is still rallying. We need close race, okay? Come on, that can help us right now. And they're not going to give it to me. Wow. A time where that ability needs to kick in, it doesn't actually happen. 3rd place. See, that's what I mean. That should have been a win. Close race, that ability should have tapped. Double S on the stretch. We've had the ability activate in very similar situations, literally. But he was in 1st as well. I wonder if we may have benefited from letting Sedate get a little bit ahead of us. So Legends Art's 10 points behind the sprint. That's still wide open. Just 1 win. 1 win will put him to 1st. That's insane. The turf, he's still 8 points behind. And the dirt, 20 points now behind Sedate Ruler. You see, that was a race we really could have won, so... Oh, that's frustrating, man. I mean, he's not going to be... how's he going to win 2 races before the end of the year? You know what, though? Let's send our boy out with a bang, you know? World Classic Cup. Biggest dirt race of the year. Yeah. I think this will be the last race. I know the turf is still open, but, like... How are we going to win? Like, we're not... Like, we got lucky with that Hong Kong first race. We haven't done well since then, so I don't really want to count on that. No, this is just for grade 1 wins, and to be honest... You know what? I'm going to play a little bit of spoiler. Frugal Art can win that. And just keep other horses from gaining any points. Yeah, I don't mind being annoying. Now, can he run the Prince Cup? That's a long race, bro. We'll do the King Cup Autumn. Let's go ahead and settle it back down. We put him on a little campaign in Europe. Didn't really work out too well. He still fought, you know, nicely in a couple of the races, but... In all honesty, since we're almost done with this year, I think I'm just going to try to get through to the end of this year, and that's where we'll end the episode. It's still been a good year. Like, yeah, we've dropped a couple of races, but I'm at the experimentation point of this season, you know? Because I'm just, like, it's really weird that, like, no one's really run away with the championship, with the exception of Sedate Ruler, who probably will win the dirt unless we can somehow answer back. But the turf and the sprint are still wide open. That's unusual. Usually there's always a horse that's a while away into the lead. But, England King, Whirlwind is still here. Okay, so we have to worry about him and Even Fan. Yeah, fair play, fair game. Thank goodness I didn't Paracosm in this race. We're not beating Whirlwind. That's just, he can't do that. As much as I love Paracosm, as good of a dirt horse as he is, he's not a turf horse, and he sure as heck isn't beating Whirlwind on the turf. I'm skipping these just because I just kind of want to get through it. You know? Not a good start. Not a good start. We're going to have to work her hard now. That's also the bad thing about not getting a good start. But fortunately, Frugal Lark is so strong, she can just kind of catapult herself to the front. Even with a crappy start. That's pretty amazing. Now, Whirlwind is the 10 horse. Why do they always... Oh, I thought Whirlwind was number 10, because I swear in my game they give him number 10 a lot. In fact, I don't know where Whirlwind is, and you know what? As long as he's not in sight, that's fine. Where is Whirlwind? Where are you? Oh, I'm thinking of the other horse, not Whirlwind. Whirlwind. I know Whirlwind is back there, but I thought Whirlwind was a front runner. Nope. What am I thinking of? Ultimate Fan? Or no, Wonder Whale. That's what I'm thinking about. Wonder Whale is who I'm thinking about. Alright, let's see if Frugal can kind of catch the field napping here. Whirlwind's, gosh, look at the 7. Whirlwind's going to smoke us in the end, isn't he? There he goes. Well, I wanted to take points away from Whirlwind. That failed. Alright, no more point stealing with Frugal. Let's just try to actually get her to 20 grade 1s before I retire her. He finished first, second, third, though. And Whirlwind absolutely smoked us. So, it is what it is. Still, third place for Frugal. We'll take it. Still only 10 minutes separating... 10 minutes. 10 points. Separating the turf. But again, Paracosm's not going to win unless we can race on flat ground, so... I would put Frugal in this Continental Cup, but I feel like it's just going to be the same tough horses we just raced against. I'm better than Neptune. 9 furlongs, should be in much easier field. Yeah. 2 big races here today. The World Classic on the dirt. Probably Paracosm's last race unless he wins. He's got to win today. If he doesn't win, then yeah, I'll retire him after this race 100%. But before we get to Paracosm, we have Legends Art up in the King Cup Autumn. We are the favorite. No, second favorite. Behind Prior Affair. Cool. So yeah, this is where I'll stick to Legends Arts, probably. Maybe try him out in the GWS next year, depending on what his stats are looking like. And see how he's performing. Still only has 2 Grade 1 wins so far, so... Need to improve on that if I want to potentially use him for breeding. I'm not really sold on it. Like, he has decent stats, but... in all honesty, I just kind of feel like he's just... He's extremely fun to ride, don't get me wrong. He feels just like Perfect Art. But at the same time, like, if he's not going to do anything super exceptional for us to use him for breeding, I don't think I'm going to use him for breeding at this point. Now, he could still go on a crazy run of winning a lot of races, and at that point, maybe I'll rethink it. But currently, just for what I want to do and what we need, since we're limited on space, I don't think we're going to put him back there. You know? But he's a horse I want to continue to race and just see what happens. You never know. I mean, I wasn't really... Again, I always bring it up. I was kind of expecting Paracosm to be a little bit of a flop once he first started. I was really worried, and I didn't think he would have any... I didn't think he would have much in him for a dirt horse, and yeah, he totally annihilated that, so you never know, is what I'm trying to say. Goodbye. Okay, the 10 horse is still trying to keep up with us out there. It's a little bit annoying. Can you go away? Oh my goodness, somebody's going to get us at the end. Who? Wow. Prior affair, I'm hoping. And we finished third. Okay. Yeah. D on the stretch. What was it? What was I supposed to do? Start him later, maybe? Maybe I was supposed to start him later. Maybe I started him too soon. Still had to hold them a little bit, huh? That's annoying. Well, yeah, Legends Art, still a good horse, but ever since I started putting him in those GWS races, he's actually had a little bit of a loss of momentum, so yeah, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Again, I wasn't really intending on using him for breeding unless he really exceeded my expectations, so we'll continue to run with him. And we're not going to be demotivated by that result, but last race for Paracosm here, unless he wins. Tough field, all the big boys are here. And decent odds, again, but we got to win. And the favorite is Super Weak? Not even Sedate Ruler. Who is Super Weak? I've never even heard of that horse. Super Weak. Beautiful gray there. Beauty value, of course. I'm not gonna lie, I never heard of you, bro. Never heard of you, dude. Super Weak? Never heard of that horse in this game. What a career it's been for Paracosm, though. 10 Grade 1 wins on the dirt. 2 titles? I think. Or just the one. No, Dirt Champ and something else I thought he got, but I can't remember. Oh well. It's been a great career. Never expected him to win 10 Grade 1s on the dirt. I didn't really think he was going to get to that point. I thought he'd win half of that, honestly. Well, Paracosm, this is a race you can win, buddy, so let's try to get the win, man. Sedate Ruler, I'm not supposed to be up here. You're supposed to be up here. Somebody get to the front, please. Thank you. I'm in the game thinking I'm trying to run my horse as a leader, and it's not what we're trying to do. Just... yeah, it's like the AI aren't programmed to like go to the rail in this game. It's so weird. On certain tracks. Especially tracks like these. They never hit the inside. Which I'm not complaining, of course. That leaves it open for us, but they never... explore it. Alright. Biggest stage for dirt horses. Paracosm. Can we upset the order? And granted, even if we win, Sedate Ruler, if he finishes in the top 3, he's still going to have a couple of points. But it brings us closer, is my point. Us and beauty value. I don't know if this is a good idea. Okay, beauty value's ahead. You know what? Maybe this is a good idea. I don't go backwards, Paracosm. Close race. Is it going to activate now? No. Okay, yeah, there it is. BC, too late. We finished 4th. Still a great effort. That's still a great effort for Paracosm, and that is his last race officially. I feel confident retiring him on that note because we're not going to win the turf. We're supposed to finish 8th. We finished 4th. S on the stretch. Can't ask much more from our boy. He's done very well. So the sprint is officially run away from Legends Art, which I was done anyways. The turf has now gotten away from Paracosm, 15 points. And the dirt, yeah. So no GWS wins for us this year, but I think everybody did their best, and that's all that matters. Paracosm, you good boy. I'm going to go ahead and save you. We're going to go ahead and retire you. No Hall of Fame, unfortunately. Thought he really deserved it, but, you know, we will remember him. Like Honeybee, like Perfect Art, he will be remembered. And make sure I get his stats, since I won't be able to retire him into the Hall of Fame. So he finished his career with 16 wins total. 10 of those were grade 1s. He almost earned $200,000 in earnings. And he finished in the top 3 28 out of his 42 times. So, consistent boy, to say the least. I already saved him, sorry. Retire. Alright, Monsters Legend. You gotta go, bro. I love you. But, Paracosm. Of course, A. Expected him to have that. Okay, let's check out what's happening in the pasture. Check on the foals. Then we'll check what his actual final ratings were. 5-star potential for Toxic Waters. If you forgot who this foal is from, Social Brandy out of Easterpool. Basically our first super horse in this game. And Twin Sun. He's not even a year old yet, and he's already at 4 stars for everything except discipline. Another super horse from Mad Courage out of Honeybee. And we all know the speed of both of these horses. So, good stuff, man. Good stuff. On the way, finally, in this game. Paracosm. Yeah, wow. He's basically like Catch This Gal. Yeah, and I forgot, they are half siblings. So, yeah, he's like his half sister Catch This Gal. Now, was she a dirt horse too, or turf? No, she was a turf. He's a dirt. If they weren't related, I would totally breed them because their stats are pretty much the same. That would be awesome, but can't do that. All right, let's finish out this year and this episode here, but I'll be taking... Okay. 2 more races to end the year, pretty much. So, Legends Art. These are his stats. Stamina, hopefully, will hit 70 soon. Yeah, speed just kind of plateaued. Like, it didn't exceed higher than I thought it would. It just kind of got to this point and stopped, which is a little bit annoying. So I'm going to do speed, stamina, speed, stamina. Again, I don't plan to use this guy for breeding, so realistically, like, we're just kind of racing him to race him at this point. But, if I wanted to make more space or potentially try to buy another horse, I could retire him at any point. I'm having fun with Legends Art for the time being. But, I might retire him sooner than I anticipated. Like, again, you know, 14 meets. He's finished in the top 3. 11 out of 14 times. He's been consistent. Yeah, that's not the problem. He's only won 2 grade 1s. I guess I need to see what he's going to do next year. Like, I don't know. I think he'll be peaking next year. That's the problem, so... I think the Mile Champ Cup will be the last race for him of the year. I don't really want to put him in anything else, so... He should be able to win this. If we can't win this race, that's a problem. So yeah, 2 more races at the end of the year. Frugal Lark will be up in the Neptune, and Legends Art will be in the Mile Champ. Finally, different horses. Finally. Eastern Knife. Really good stamina. Loses will. How do you have a horse that's tough and gritty but loses will? A lot of other abilities, good auto abilities. 10 furlongs, or 10 to 16 furlongs, sustained growth type, bad response. Proceeder. He's only 2. And power rating will be above 70. Eastern Knife is interesting. I may acquire him. Ooh, Wonder Whale. Wonder Whale's actually here. Front runner. I gotta be honest, I'm just not in the mood for this type of horse. Granted, he's great on turf and dirt, so I know breeding him with any of the broodmares will certainly give us a lot of flexibility, but his power rating is not great, but sustained growth type, it'll hit over 70. Who are the special horses? Long Volcano. Really good temper, really good speed, early growth type, and no abilities. Yeah, no. Pale Carol. 78 power. 9 to 14. Mid runner. Good on turf and dirt. Both. Flexible. Big race okay. We don't need board boys. We really don't. Like, the game is just going to keep throwing me these type of horses, and I just don't want them. Like, I want fillies. Like, the game doesn't understand. Grand Grease, who are you? Terrible power, terrible stamina. Yuck. Running Smile. You are sustained. You're 6 to 10. You can technically run on both. You're a mid. You're already really fast. That power rating, though, that's... I can't get another filly with bad power. Like, every filly from this point on, she has to have good power. Now, Spinning Post. Hates pack, okay. She's a front runner, no problem. That's one of this could be it. This could be a good filly to acquire. Average growth type, okay. So she'll probably peak, what? Beginning of her 5-year-old season? I think I'm going to try Spinning Post. It's the best we've had. Suave Master? Ooh. 81 power. Bad stamina, though. Golly. Between her and Spinning Post, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I kind of want to get both of them. Would I sacrifice Legends Art just to get both of these girls? You see, Spinning Post, I think, is safer. She has a good response rating. She can run on both surfaces. That's fantastic. Suave Master has the power. I really kind of want both of these girls. Okay, let me think this through. Hold on. You see, if I retire Legends Art now, that'll leave us 2 spaces, which means no breeding next year. No, I lied. We will be able to breed next year because I'll be retiring Frugal Lark. Wow. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and at least get one of them now. I really want Spinning Post, but Suave Master for that power rating. We don't have a lot of broodmares with good power. Frugal Lark's the only one. I'm going to go ahead and get Suave Master now. And if Spinning Post is still available after Legends Arts race, I will get her then. This is what I mean. We need fillies. Finally, the game puts some decent ones in the shop. Decent. Okay? They give us better flexibility. So, well, thought we were only going to have 2 races. That's not going to happen. Swab, can I just put you in a grade 1? No, she's got to earn that. Okay. Oh, no, you know what? I can run her in the Canopus. Yeah, let's see how you handle this. 10 furlongs. I'm just going to go ahead and just put you right into the fight there. It feels weird to sacrifice Legends Art, but guys, we don't get fillies in this game. I have to take advantage of every filly I can acquire when they're available. You know what I mean? And like I said, I said it from the beginning. I didn't really intend on using Legends Art for breeding, based off of his stats and just, you know, who we already have back there that he'd have to replace. And I don't want to replace any of them with him. Suave Master, let's see. Golden Derby is the heavy favorite, so let's just see how she does today, right? See how she does. I know nothing about this. No, well, that's a lie. I've raced with her, but it's been a while. Not in this game. I think 2004. Now, like, I only have to... It's because there's limited spots in this game. Like, if this is 2004, I don't have to worry about retiring this horse to make room for this one. That's not a thing in 2004. It's totally a thing in this game, which is the only annoying thing about it. So if I have a chance to get 2 fillies that could go into our barn as 2 great broodmares for us that we need with better power ratings, yes. Now as far as who will be replacing who, I got to keep Easter Pool. I want to keep Honeybee and I want to keep Honeybee and Perfect Art back there, even though they're going to have to leave eventually. So I think we'll be replacing Big Monster for sure with Frugal Lark, and then Catch This Gal will have to be replaced. Oh, Suave Master, she's got a little bit of a temper. This is not where you're supposed to be. Slow down, please. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Well, this is not a good first outing. She's really a closer. And she doesn't want to run at the back at all. Like, I'm trying... She doesn't have a bad temper rating, does she? Oh, wow. She's... Abigail, we got another spicy one. I swear her temper rating is not this bad. She totally wants to do her own thing. I have no control over this horse. Wow. Okay, can you fight back, or did you just ruin your race? Wow. She really just ruined her own race. I mean, we may catch a couple of horses here, but that could have been so much different. Well, that was not the first time outing I was hoping, but then again, tossing her into a grade 1, that you know, finished where we were supposed to, but yeah, that was not a good race. I still think she's worth it. That's my first race with her. I gotta get dialed in. Hopefully, that's not gonna be a regular thing. Oh, 39 temper and 24 feel. So what I'm gonna need to do is like actually not get a good start with her, because yeah, she can't afford that. That temper and that feel, that's going to be really tricky and kind of annoying to deal with, obviously, but I just want to get her in that Philly Cup, but she's not going to qualify for that unless she's got to win a race, right? But not going to happen this year. So, what's her stamina? 59? Ugh, 10 furlongs is kind of long. I'm not going to lie to you. With no Philly Cup for her, let's just go ahead and just try to play it safe. We're going to go ahead and put her in this 7 furlongs on the turf in an open. Let's just try to get her her first win. Figure her out for sure. Still want to retire Legends Art. I still plan on doing that, because I definitely need spinning posts. So, worst case worst, if Suave Master ends up being a headache, I think spinning posts will be pretty reliable. Legends Art. Probably going to be your last race, bud, and that feels weird. But again, I need to take advantage of fillies when they pop up. You guys have seen me looking for a good filly in the shop for the last 3 seasons in this game. Frugal Lark has been the best thing that we've had. You know, we got Frugal Lark when we got her 3 years ago, and ever since then, no good fillies have popped up until now. So, like, I have to take advantage. I have to take advantage, man. Because, again, I got to weed out those girls in the barn that have D power rankings. Like, that's got to go. That's the thing about Honeybee and Perfect Art. I love those two, but eventually I think they're going to have to go, because they're always going to hurt our horses with power. We can't improve that, really, unless we have a horse with double S power, right? That's the only way that it'll kind of balance out their bad power rankings, which to me still means at the best... Well, you know what? Let me look at my chart, actually. That may actually help us out more than I realize. If we can get a colt or a stud with double S power, breed him with a, Honeybee or Perfect Dart, that could do more wonders for us than I realize. At least making it average. It doesn't need to be an all-star power rating, it just doesn't need to be garbage, Now, this is a good drive from Legends Art. I don't think he's going to catch Tender Value, though. Yeah, Tender Value is, well, he's doing pretty well. Tender value is still too strong. Second place, clearly. He's still a good horse, don't get me wrong. But again, I don't plan on using him for breeding. My mouse just fell. So we're just kind of winning just to race with him. And, you know, we have to think about the future. Sucks because he is a fun horse to ride and he reminds me a lot of his mother, but we have to think about the future, man. So, like, let me see. Yeah, double S power. That's above 90. D power is in the 40s. Yeah, you know, breeding a D-ranked power horse with a double S-ranked power horse, that at least should put us at the B-ish range. B-ish or A. That is much more doable. Much, much more doable. But again, it means that we'll still have to kind of take that into consideration with Honeybee and Perfect Art. So, Legends, I really don't want to retire you so soon, bro. But again, we need the fillies, especially since the game doesn't want to give me any from breeding. So we saved them, and he already peaked as well. That's no surprise. Legends Art, it's been fun, man. It's been fun, but we gotta let you go and gotta go ahead and get spinning post. Because, like I said, I need the girls. So, yeah, we retired both of our boys. We retired Frugal. Frugal. We retired Paracosm, which we were going to do anyways. And we had to... Technically speaking, I mean, Legends Art, he peaked. Of course, we could have continued to run him, but he actually peaked, so... Spinning post. I'm actually going to stick you in the open, and you can handle the distance. So, spinning post. Anything bad about you? Not great temper. Your feel is a lot better. So, they both are not the most mild-mannered horses. But, spinning post, she can run in the front. We have all girls here. Ah, that feels so nice. It feels so nice to actually be racing with just girls now. And watch, next year's foal will actually be a girl. That would be hilarious. And it's like, oh, Gallop Racer's actually just trolling me. Oh, wait, the game's always trolling me. Spinning Post, her debut. She is the second favorite behind Cool Hawk. We'll take it. So she's a front runner. Just need to get her to the front. And she has last corner leader. Love that ability. That's going to help her out tremendously. All right. Finally, some life, man. Some life. Some girls. Not just one every 5 years. Like, now we can actually have two that we can race with for the next couple of years. I forgot. We actually need to... What was the last time I actually been on, like, a front runner? Was it Social Brandy or somebody else? Or Mad Courage? Maybe it was Mad Courage. Alright, Miss Post. Go! Get up there! I was trying to get her to respond, and she was, like, not responding. Okay. Keep ahead of this 8 horse, please. Who is that? Main show. Can you, like, go away? You know what? I'm gonna put my butt in your face because you're driving me nuts. Now, we do have to make sure we keep her in the lead for last corner leader. Yeah, her feel is definitely tricky to manage, but... Okay, there's last corner leader. Ooh, the 14 is going to catch us, isn't it? Well, that is the favorite anyway, so that's fine. The rest of the field is way behind. So what I've learned from both of these girls is, because of their not so great temper and feel, their stamina is going to be tricky to manage. Yeah, very tricky. You know, sometimes you would just like to just already be in rhythm with the horse as soon as you acquire it, but that doesn't always happen, especially if I'm not used to the horse or if you're not used to playing with them. Average growth type for, I mean, both average growth type for both girls, so they'll peak around the same time, which is actually good. That means we can retire them probably both at the same time as well. I think they'll be worth it. I mean, obviously, you know, not what we wanted. Spinning Post, she did well. She finished where she was supposed to. Ran out of stamina, though, so I have to obviously manage her better in that regards. You know, let me run her on the dirt, because depending on what I like for her, last 3 races of the episode, we'll see what's better suited. You know, sometimes when horses have the preference of, or actually the flexibility of being able to run on both type of surfaces between turf and dirt, sometimes you just kind of feel better with them running on, you know, one of the surfaces as opposed to the other. Frugal in the Neptune. Favorite, let's win. Get her 17th Grade 1 victory. Now again, I will be retiring Frugal before breeding season next year, because I can retire her. That'll give us 1 spot open to do breeding, which will do social brain. You see, we could do social brandy and Frugal or paracosm and Frugal. Social brandy is going to give us the super horse first, right? But I don't know how often we're going to use paracosm for breeding, in all honesty, so I kind of want to get a foal with him out of the way first. And since him and Frugal were racing and running at the same time, I think it'd be kind of nice to pair them off, so... yeah, I think we'll try paracosm and Frugal, honestly. I'm just curious what type of horse we'll get, really. That's kind of what I want to do, but ultimately I still need to refer to my spreadsheet and see if that would actually be compatible and be worthwhile, you know. But that's what I would like to do, because who else are we going to breed paracosm with? What's happening with my TV? Oh, it's lightning. I think that's what that's supposed to be. That looks kind of trippy. But no, it is my TV. Why is that happening? It's like a brand new TV. It just started flickering all of a sudden. Hope you guys don't see that, but it's kind of weird. Okay, let's push, my girl. I can't tell if it's lightning or my TV's flickering. Ah, Frugal's gone. She's gonna win it. No, it's definitely my TV bugging. Why is that happening all of a sudden? Oh my goodness. Yikes. Sorry guys, my TV is like bugging and doing weird stuff right now. That's annoying. In all honesty, I mean, you guys don't need to see the last 2 races of those girls. I just need to kind of figure it out. So, we'll probably end the episode here, because I don't know what's going on with my TV, and I would...
Welcome to horse racing.
There's the recording.
Where champions are made.
Hey guys, it's Eric. Just a quick reminder to smash the like button if you find yourself enjoying this video at any time. Leave your comments as well, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe, because 64% of you at the moment, for some reason, aren't subs, so make sure you hit that button. Without further ado, though, let's get into today's video.